Okay, what I think about death. My memory card filled up, so where was I? I think I was saying something about, so basically, yeah, people are going to understand pretty soon. People are going to be able to agree, vocalizationally agree, like media on the TV agree, that when somebody dies, it's not like something to be all sad about, you know? Like, oh, Jimmy Johnson died. Oh, poor Jimmy, you know. It's kind of like, I mean, it does suck if you love somebody and then they're suddenly gone. You're never going to see them again. Yeah, definitely. Um, that's sad. But I mean, people suddenly disappear all the time, like somebody at work, and then, oh, what happened to Johnson? He got a job in Tallahassee. We're never gonna see him again. And you're like, oh, huh, you know. But if like that same guy were to be like, oh yeah, he died, you'd be like, oh, and then you'd be like worrying about your own mortality, you know. But like if Johnson got a job at Tallahassee, you wouldn't be like, oh no, maybe I'll lose my job here, you know. So basically, that's what I think about death. And about my own death. Maybe I should talk about my own death. Like, if I were to die, if I was faced with imminent death, like let's say on my kayak trip, if I'm on a kayak trip and I get swept away from my boat somehow, there's huge waves crashing over me, and I'm like underwater, and I take a big old like inhalation of water, and I know that I'm gonna die. I would feel at that moment, I would feel like, I guess, I mean, I definitely wouldn't be happy at that moment. I'd feel like, God is cruel, doesn't care about me, everything, all the faith I had about life would be gone. I would feel like, oh, nobody cares. And then maybe I would, feel bad for my mom. But then I'd die, and as soon as I die, I would be happy, and I'd be like, huh, well, interesting. I wanted to die at this moment, but then I'd realize at that moment that, I decided that that's my time to go, and I'd be excited about my new place. I'd probably see a lot of people I didn't, who are still hanging out in the spirit world, who I didn't know, and who I knew from previous lives before that I'd never even met in this life. People who I've always known and known from other lives and stuff, and it would be happy, it'd be like a celebration. And I know that there's this guy, he's a medical doctor, he worked in the emergency room for like 20 years. He and his wife, I heard him on it Coast to Coast, I can't remember his name, but he brought lots of people back, countless people back from death in the emergency room. He said every time he did that, they were angry with him for bringing them back, because they didn't want to come back, because they liked it on the other side. So I'll leave the video on that note. Pretty interesting to think about, huh?